What is up, ninjas? My name is Dry Ninja, and today I will be reviewing the Duke Fishron boss. This is a really awesome boss with good drops, a fun fight, and he's not too hard to beat actually. This boss is a pre-Plantera boss, and you don't need too good equipment to actually be able to kill him. So to summon this boss, you will need a fishing pole, you will need to use it in one of your 2 oceans in your world, and you will need to use a truffle worm as a bait. You can catch the truffle worm in an underground mushroom biome with a net, and if you're struggling finding the worm, I suggest putting on a hunter potion and going to the underground jungle using a contaminator along with the dark blue solution to turn it into a huge underground mushroom biome. This will make it much easier for you to actually find the worm, and make sure to constantly kill mobs so you make room for it to spawn. Moving on to the boss fight. This boss fight isn't too hard, and I'm kinda using overkill gear because I want everyone to be able to kill this boss, no matter if you're really good at Terraria or not. So the boss fight is pretty much only about constantly moving. You want to fly with your wings up far into the sky and then glide down, as you can see me doing on the clip. If he's getting too close to you, I suggest dropping a bit in height because you fall faster than you glide with your wings, if that makes any sense to you. So as you can see here, whenever he's getting too close, I try to lose a little bit of height because I fall faster than I glide. Other than that, this boss has 2 main abilities. He has the bubbles and the tornado. He also has 2 stages, and both the abilities get stronger on the 2nd stage. But you don't really have to worry about these abilities as long as you constantly move, because you don't have to dodge anything really important. You might have to dodge some fishes, but other than that you should be good. So just keep on shooting him, don't let him get too close, and if he touches you, it doesn't really matter because you have the titanium armor to protect you. The gear and accessories are focused on movement speed and some regen, and also of course damage to make the fight just as easy as it can get. Now to my gear and equipment. So for the buffs, I am using the well-fed buff, which gives a lot of general stats. I'm also using the regeneration, which gives HP regen. I'm using the swiftness, which gives movement speed, iron skin, which gives defense, endurance for less damage, and last but not least, wrath for more damage. I could probably do this fight without all of these pots. They're not really a must, but I want all of you guys to be able to do this fight no matter how skilled you are at Terraria. Because with this equipment, gear, and buffs, and the clarified bullets, this shouldn't be hard to anyone. So my accessories are the Destroyer emblem, Spooky Wings, Lightning Boots, Celestial Stone, and Ranger emblem. So I've focused a lot on damage on this, and I have the wings for mobility, the boots for mobility, and Celestial Stone gives general stats to pretty much everything. My armor is the titanium armor, and I'm simply using this because it's a decent gear. Of course the adamant has a little bit more damage, but titanium provides the little nice extra bonus of a 20-second cooldown invulnerability for 2 seconds. And of course also I'm using the Unreal Mega Shark. You could do this with a normal Mega Shark, of course, but I'm using the Unreal because I had it and it makes it easier for you. The normal Mega Shark should work just fine for this battle. And as I mentioned before, I'm using the clarified bullets as well because it makes it much easier to aim. So, moving on to the drops. First of all, it will always drop gold coins, and of course the greater healing potions, which all the hard mode bosses drop. But the first real drop is the Duke Fishron mask. It has a 14.29% chance to drop this mask. It looks pretty cool. You can recolor it to look like some sort of demon, but it's just a cosmetic. It doesn't provide any stats or anything. And the second drop, which all bosses have, is the trophy, of course. This trophy has a normal 10% drop chance, and it looks awesome on your wall. Next up, we have the best wings in the game. This is the best drop from the boss in my opinion, and these wings are just amazing. They have a 6.67% chance to be dropped by the boss, and they are by far the best wings in the game. They have 133% flying speed, which is 10% more than the Spooky and Tether Fire Wings. They have unhindered movement speed in liquids, 25% extra ascent speed, and bubble particles. As you can see, I can fly from the ground right up to the roof of space. These wings are just really great, and I suggest you all try to get these. Next up is the Flayron. So this is a melee flail. I tried it out a little bit and it felt kind of good in a way. Whenever you hit something, it kind of stops. It's like sensitive to impact. So I didn't really like that. I would like some sort of piercing ability, but it leaves bubbles and it has a 66 damage, which makes it, you know, decent. Next up, a really cool bow called Tsunami. This shoots 5 arrows, but it only consumes 1. So you could combine this with some cool types of ammo, like the piercing ones. You have the hellfire ones for huge explosions. I'm not sure how effective they are with arrows that apply debuffs or buffs, depending on how you look at it, because it's 5 arrows being fired at one enemy, so I guess that would be kind of a waste in one way. Other than that, I really like this bow, it's cool, and I'm definitely gonna use it myself. For the next weapon, we have the Razor Blade Typhoon. I've been using this a lot. I've been trying it for different stuff like the Pumpkin Moon event and some hard mode bosses. This deals a ton of damage, and along with the hard mode mage gear, this becomes absolutely insane. It's homing, and if you're using the Spectre gear, that shoots homing projectiles, and it's really fast, it's big, it deals a lot of damage. It has a 60 base damage, and it, you know, you don't really have to worry about the mana nowadays. Just amazing. Everyone should get this and try it out because it's one of the best mage weapons, if not the best. Next weapon is not actually a weapon, it's a summon weapon. So this summons the Sharknado, which is a really cool pet or whatever you would like to call it. It has 50 damage. There's not really much to say about it other than it's strong and it looks cool. So this is definitely a good addition to your gear. And lastly, of course, we have the Bubble Gun. For some reason they chose to include 2 magic weapons for this boss. So this is a really strong magic weapon. You can apparently kill the Duke Fishron in under a minute using this one. It has a base damage of 70 and it just, you know, shoots bubble. It's pretty basic. I'm not sure what else to say about it. It shoots kind of in a cone, just forward. If you want a strong bubble shooting mage weapon, this should be your deal. Also note that all the weapons has a 20% drop chance, which means that since there are 5 weapons, you should get one of the weapons each time you kill the Duke boss. Of course, this is not guaranteed, but according to the percentage chance of them being dropped, you should get one of them. That was pretty much everything about the Duke Fishron boss. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching this guide, and make sure to leave a like and even subscribe if this helped you in any way. Other than that, I will see you guys in my next video. Take care, ninjas. Peace.